Today we are adding and subtracting polynomials. A polynomial is a sum of monomials, and a monomial are numbers, variables, or the product of numbers and variables. A polynomial is written in standard form when the terms are written in descending order of power. So to write this polynomial in standard form, we want to look for the term that has the highest power. So we're looking at the exponents on those variables. The highest one is 4. So this term, negative 8y to the fourth, would want to be the first one. And then we look here, this one is third degree. And then we have a second degree, a first degree, and a constant. And we want to write them in that order. So notice that there was that negative sign in front of 8y to the fourth. You've got to make sure you still have that with that when you rearrange the order of the terms. Number 2, to write in standard form, would be 3x squared minus 15x minus 12. So we have second degree power term, then first degree, and then 0 degree. We can classify polynomials by the degree. If it's 0 degree, it's a constant. First degree is linear, second degree is quadratic, third degree is cubic, and fourth degree is quartic. We can also classify polynomials by the number of terms. If there's one term, it's a monomial, 2 terms is a binomial, 3 terms is a trinomial, and 4 or more is polynomial. So notice here in this term, we've got 7x to the, it's understood one exponent here with the x. So this term is actually first degree, and the minus 3 is 0 degree. The polynomial, we go by the term that has the highest degree. So this is linear because it's first degree. And there are 2 terms, so it's a linear binomial. Number 4, there are 3 terms. The term with the highest degree is second degree, so it's quadratic trinomial. Before we get into adding and subtracting polynomials, I just want to refresh our memory on the rules of addition. If you are adding 2 numbers with the same sign, keep the sign and add their absolute values. If you're adding 2 numbers with different signs, we're going to keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value, and then we subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. And for our rules of subtraction, to subtract means to add the opposite. So after you think of it as adding the opposite, now you can follow your rules of addition. You can add or subtract polynomials by simply combining like terms. Remember that like terms have the same variable with the same exponent. So finding the sum, we have this trinomial plus this trinomial. Look for the terms that have the same variable with same exponent. So I've got an x squared plus an x squared. There's an understood 1 coefficient in front of both of them. So combining those, we would get 2x squared. And then I have minus 7x plus 10x. Add their coefficients. Negative 7 plus 10 is 3, so we get 3x. And then the constants 12 plus negative 7 gives us 5. For number 2, I've got y cubed plus, there is no other y cubed term over here, so I'm just going to bring that down. And then negative 3y squared plus 4y squared. Negative 3 plus 4 is 1, so we get plus 1y squared. And then negative 11 plus negative 7 gives us negative 18. Now we're subtracting. Remember that subtract means to add the opposite. So we're subtracting this entire polynomial. So I like to make everything after that subtraction sign that was in the parentheses becomes opposite sign. And now I can combine like terms. 4x squared and negative 2x squared combined to give us 2x squared. 5x minus 8x is minus 3x. And then we bring down that minus 5. Okay, distribute the minus sign here. So minus means add the opposite. So everything inside the parentheses became opposite sign, and now we combine like terms. 5n squared minus 1n squared gives us 4n squared. 6n plus negative 4n gives us 2n, and negative 4 plus 9 gives us 5. It's time for you to practice.